Hi, everybody. Let's talk about what this rare alignment of Jupiter and Uranus means. Jupiter is a planet of luck and opportunity and expansion. It is a planet that looks at the comfort zones that we find ourselves in and where we're limiting ourselves. And it pushes us to get outside of it. It challenges us to get outside of those comfort zones and where we're limited so that way we can expand and we can grow. We do that through all different means, right? But Uranus is the planet of unexpected things. Uranus is the planet that deals with us living our true, authentic lives. And it wants to make sure that we are free of anything that is limiting us, any sort of limiting belief system. It's got to go under the energy of Uranus. And so you can see where these two are a tag team, right? And Uranus has a way of bringing things through in an unexpected way, right? I always say that we're the co-creators of our lives and our destiny, right? Our charts are basically just roadmaps and they show us the potential, but we really choose and decide what it is that we want to do. Uranus looks at where we're at on our path and it goes, well, wait a second, your soul set out to be this or to do this or to learn this, right? But you found yourself in this comfort zone. I'm going to give you an opportunity to change that on your own, to get yourself out of this comfort zone on your own, to leave that limiting relationship, to leave that job where there's no advancement, to take better care of your health and yourself so you can be present in your life, whatever it might be, right? It's different for everybody, but Uranus looks to that and it gives us those opportunities, right? To make that choice on our own, to make the changes. But when we're in a comfort zone, it's tough, isn't it? Now, Uranus, if it makes a transit out there in the sky, whether it's happening on its own or it makes an impact on your chart, it can trigger an unexpected event to happen that kind of throws you out of that comfort zone where you have to paddle and swim or you sink. And we have to make choices in that moment that, okay, now I have to get moving. Now, in this alignment that we have happening, yes, there may be some unexpected events that come up. But the thing that happens is that we have Jupiter on the other side. Remember, Jupiter wants us to get outside of those comfort zones too. But the thing with Jupiter, right, it doesn't just leave us out there to sink or swim. Jupiter brings us the lucky breaks and the opportunities to make these changes. It brings opportunities out of nowhere, just kind of like what Joseph Campbell said, right, where we may not see a way, but the universe will open windows where there used to be brick walls, right? And those are the things that happen with Jupiter. It brings those opportunities to us, but we have to have the courage and the faith to jump. But Uranus just pushes us off the edge and makes us jump. So here we have this thing happening this week, right? Where it's going to be happening on that level for all of us, right? And I'm going to get to in a minute here how that's going to impact each sign. But think about this now. That's on a personal level, but on a global level, let's look at it in a different lens. Uranus takes 80 years to go around the sun, to make a revolution around the sun, where we take 365 days, right? 80 of our years equal 1 year in the world of Saturn. Or, so why did I say that? Uranus, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so that puppy's going around. And as it does, it stays there for 7-8 years. And it brings major change and transition to that sign because it looks where, in our own personal charts, it looks at where we're limited and it changes things. But also on a global scale, it looks to where there need to be advancements. Uranus is a very electric planet. It is the planet of technology. It is the planet of shift and change and really bringing things to an innovative level. Now, it moved into the sign of Taurus back in 2018. And of course, this is such a slow moving planet with its retrogrades. It really didn't land into Taurus until March of 2020. Now, Taurus is the sign that deals with healthcare. It deals with the weather. It deals with our economy. It deals with our comfort zones. It's ruled by Venus, the planet that adores comfort. So look at where you have the planet of radical shift and change that can happen in an unexpected way, going through the sign that deals with our healthcare system, our economy, all of these things. Look at what happened. And when it finally made that landing, in March of 2020. We go back into time and we look at the last time that it was in Taurus. It was during the Great Depression. And look at all the shift and change that happened in terms of the industrial boom that really changed the landscape of how products were manufactured in the world, right? That was a huge technological advancement. And here we go through the same type of thing. I always say that history doesn't repeat itself, it just rhymes. So here it's come back around. In the past 7 years, it's been changing the landscape of how we make our technological advances in all of these areas. But it's also bringing an unpredictable energy to them as well. And that is making itself very known, right? And the weather patterns that are happening with these earthquakes that are happening that also coincide with these really powerful eclipses that we've had. But a lot of that has to do with the unpredictable nature of Uranus trying to really change the landscape of our environment. And it wants to do so by the time it leaves the sign in 2025 next year. Also with healthcare, look at the advancements that we've had there. Look at the jump we've had, even though the pandemic slowed us down. Look at the things that we found we were capable of and the advancements in technology that are coming as a result. You put these things together, right? And this week, these guys are colliding. We have all this innovation and change and transformation that's wanting to occur. And Jupiter is going to bring these lucky breaks and opportunities to make that happen. But it also loves authenticity and truth. So maybe we're going to be finding this week that some truths are being revealed under this energy. It could very well happen, right? I see that there may be some sort of announcement that comes through with our financial markets. We know that we're going to e-currency, that's something that's interestingly enough planned on the docket for 2025. And look at when Uranus leaves that sign of money in the economy, and it's the planet of, you know, innovation and electricity and the internet. Look at what's happened, right? These are things that the universe has in line, right? So I feel maybe there's going to be some sort of announcement that comes through this week, some sort of breakthrough that comes this week. Maybe there's some shift and change in just our economy in general. Maybe there's going to be some dips and we've seen the ups and the downs that Uranus has brought to the economy over this time frame. Maybe interest rates are going to start changing this week unexpectedly, right? And it's a lucky break that makes it happen. There's lots of things that can happen on that scale, right? But no matter what, right, personal level or on a larger level, if we are feeling that push to get out of our comfort zones, if we're looking to push ourselves outside into something that is different, I think that's going to be the key to the success, right? The success is on the other side of trying something new and something different. And so if you're feeling that push for that new job, for the new relationship, for a change in your relationships, maybe you want to start a new health regimen, all those things, it's different for everybody, and it's going to make a difference based on your astrology sign, but also on your chart too, where this is making a major impact. So let's kind of jump into that, right? Let's look at this. So if you're in Aries, okay, we have this alignment happening in the second house of money and finances. This is a year, and especially with the eclipse that just happened, that ginormous eclipse that happened last week, it brings to the surface the things that you want to see change in your house of money and finances. Jupiter brings you those lucky breaks and opportunities, and Uranus can bring it through unexpectedly. So pay attention to that this week, where there may be some energies out there in the sky that are prompting you to jump. You are the sign of courage, right? You're ruled by Mars. If you feel that push inside of you that you've been feeling for a while, that you haven't been able to make that push and change, be prepared for unexpected opportunities that can make that happen for you this week. It doesn't just happen this week, by the way, everybody. These energies continue onward. This is a 12-year cycle. We haven't had this. The last time we had this was in 1941, right? So the actual alignment itself is every 12 years, but in Taurus, it's not so common, right? It was 1941 was the last time. So for us to be able to work with these energies, this is a very rare event, and it will continue on, not just this week, but through the remainder of the year. And especially you'll see the major impacts, Aries for you especially, in the house of finance next year. Taurus, this is happening in your first house. You have gone through the shift and change that Uranus has brought since 2018. It has been flipping your life upside down and transforming how you look to the world, hasn't it? Everything that you used to hold a value, now you're changing what you value and what your priorities are. You're ready to do things that are more authentic to you. You're ready to push the responsibilities that are other people's back onto them, right? And so you will find that the more that you are standing in that power of the things that you've realized since 2018 that are true and authentic and right to you, the things that you want to do to make changes for you, not for everybody around you, but for you. Jupiter may bring those lucky breaks through this week, and Uranus may do that in an unexpected way, right? Just to move you forward. And that's going to take on the flavor of anything. That could be career, relationships, health, maybe some things with your children, or moving, or building a house, or getting a loan for that house. Uranus has been working with you all this time to change this, and Jupiter's going to bring those breaks through in this week, especially. Pay attention to that. So, my Gemini friends, right? You are having this alignment happen in the 12th house. That's the house of the subconscious mind and of the unknown. I feel that this is a time frame where you are recognizing your ability to create the world that you want, to manifest the world that you want. And because Mercury rules your sign, that is the planet of the conscious mind. And so this energy happening in that watery unknown is difficult for you, right? But what it's doing is showing you the power of what your intuition, what your gut is telling you to do. And you are finding that connection of trusting what your instincts are telling you and then acting on them without overthinking it, right? You're also seeing that where Jupiter and Uranus are bringing those lucky breaks through, the more that you follow and trust your gut. That's where this is going to be happening for you. On another side of it as well, too, that 6th house, which opposes your 12th house, you are also finding where your thoughts create your reality. And that may manifest into health physical forms. So if you're overthinking, if you're over processing, and you are experiencing health issues, Jupiter and Uranus this week may bring that to the surface and showing you that my stress levels and my overthinking of things are really starting to make an impact on my body. What can I do to make changes and transformations as a result? And a lot of it just comes from this subconscious thinking and the belief and knowing that you are going to know what step to take. Each step will be lit up along the way. Okay. So now moving on to our Cancer friends, this alignment is happening in your 11th house, the house of the people that you are networking with. So you may find that there are some shifts and changes in the landscape of the people that you surround yourself with. So this is the friends that you surround yourself with. Maybe you're finding that people that used to resonate with you no longer share the similar beliefs and they're bringing you down and you need to distance yourself. That may come through in an unexpected way. And understand that if that does occur in this time frame, not even just this week, but this energy is making an impact for the year for you here. Jupiter will bring people through that will support you, that will grow you, that will expand you outside of those limited horizons that maybe the other people hold you back. There is a new set coming in. This can also be work organizations. If you're looking to join like a new church, or maybe you want to, get into some sort of energy like that, where you find a community that is fitting for you. This is going to be that time frame where Jupiter is trying to push you outside of your zone, get you out there networking. That can be on a social platform as well too. Maybe you feel the push. Maybe all of a sudden you go viral this week. Don't be surprised, because this energy is trying to push you out there and get you to be seen by people who see you, right? And hear your message. So then we're moving on to Leo. This is a great energy to have for you, right, Leo? Not a lot has been happening for Leo, I tell you what, but when you have a cosmic rare alignment like this happening in the 10th house where it's happening for you, this is the house of life, purpose, and career. You may find that when you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, standing in your light and saying, I'm ready to bring this out to the world, that there may be some very lucky breaks in an unexpected way that come through, because of you being true to yourself and letting your light shine. This is a year where these eclipses are really bringing that to light to you, that it's okay to let your light shine, right? Your light shining isn't going to dim the light of others. And the more that you stand in that light and stand in that power, this energy is saying, we want to advance you in your career. We want to advance you in your life purpose. We want to bring it out, and the universe wants to bring it out. You just have to pay attention where those opportunities are. And if you're acting in this powerful energy right now, these eclipses in the gateway of that and this alignment, I think you're going to be surprised at the lucky breaks that come through as a result, right? Making career changes. Virgo, for you, this is interesting because where the moon in the sky is going to be on the day that this happens, on the 21st, it's going to be in your sign. So I feel this is going to be a little extra personal to you. I have had an enormous amount of viewership I see online this year with my Virgos. And Virgo is the very practical sign, right? You're not going to be the ones that really go to the astrology for the answers a lot. But I think that you're finding that this is a year where your ninth house and your third house, right? They're really getting impacted. Those are the houses of the conscious mind and how your higher self is perceiving the events around you. And you're more in tune with your higher self and what your instincts are telling you. So having the moon in your sign on this day where unexpected lucky breaks are coming through, I think that you're going to be very in tune with what the universe is laying down for you, whether it's a direction to take. It doesn't matter what it is, career or relationship or whatever. I think it's just a matter of you listening, following, and not overanalyzing it, right? Absolutely. Libra. This is happening in your 8th house. So this is also a financial house for you. Libra, you have got such a year going on anyway, don't you? With these powerful eclipses that are making a big impact on all of you. But it's really changing your life and you are ready to make major changes in your finances. You may find the 8th house is more of the shared resources. So this is the other money that people have. Maybe this is the time when a break comes through for a loan, right? You're going to be able to borrow where you weren't able to before. Maybe your partner, your spouse, gets a raise unexpectedly out of nowhere. Especially if they're the Taurus one that we were talking about earlier, right? Or the Aries one we were talking about earlier. Having this happen in that 8th house for you means that we are looking at how we want to disintegrate our debts, and Jupiter and Uranus aligning in that area may bring a lucky opportunity through to eradicate that. Because remember, Uranus is about freedom, and this is trying to financially free you, or at least set the wheels in motion so you can really make that a reality in the coming year. Scorpio, this is going to be happening in your 7th house. So Scorpio, this is relationship. This is where we have lucky breaks, opportunities, realizations, and illuminations in the house of marriage, partnerships, relationships. It's not just romantic relationships. This could be business partners as well. Maybe you've been trying to jive and align with somebody that really wants to work with you and help move you forward, right? That's what Jupiter's trying to do. It's trying to align you with people that are like-minded. This will happen, right? If you pay attention to what the universe is laying down, using your Scorpio watery vibes to really pay attention to what the universe is showing you. Are they trying to bring people through that can help advance you? That might happen through in a very quick and unexpected way this week. But this can also be relationships, especially if you are looking for a relationship. Jupiter wants us to have our soulmate, right? Having that transversing through your 7th house, that says that this year already is trying to open you up and connect you with a partner that can be like-minded. Soulmate, especially. Uranus getting into the mix there is going to bring it through on a level that's never happened in your lifetime, right? Or at least the last time, Jupiter went through, which was 12 years ago. But to have Uranus, it's going to bring that through unexpectedly. It's going to bring breakthroughs through unexpectedly in these relationships that are already existing. Maybe you find the same thing like we were talking about with Cancer, where you've outgrown your friend set, the people that you surround yourself with. You may find that you dramatically just kind of distance yourself. Don't worry, Jupiter's bringing people in that are going to fit with who you are now. no matter what, right? And business partners, they fall into that as well. And it's also clients too. So if you are, maybe you're shifting and changing the landscape of the type of business you do. Maybe you're going from being, you know, a life coach and you want to be more of a spiritual coach and you want to start getting into this, like you're morphing what it is you do, but you're worried you're going to lose your client base. Uranus is trying to bring you things that are more authentic to you. It's pushing you to do it in the first place. And Jupiter is going to bring those clients through. So don't you worry about that too much. Now, Sagittarius, 6th house is where this is making the impact for you. Jupiter is your ruling planet, okay? So to have it making an alignment like this is really big for you. And this is happening in your house of health. How are you taking care of your body? How are the thoughts that you're thinking making an impact on your physical life? And this is one of those things. What about your daily habits? You know, are you getting stuck in ruts that are holding you back? Maybe they're keeping your health low, your energy levels low. Maybe you're not sleeping well enough. What kind of habits are we doing? And these eclipses have already kind of shown a light on that for you, where you want to make those changes. And maybe these are things that you're like, yeah, I should. I'm not saying that some major health issue is going to happen, but to have Jupiter and Uranus aligning right now, maybe the universe is going to throw something at you to show you, hey, if you don't make these changes, we could have some bigger issues down the road. That is a possibility. But this is also the house of just in general taking care of yourself. Maybe you just really make that push and you get it done. No more thinking, it's about doing, right? And you're ready to make those moves. Now, the 6th house also has to do with our daily work. So maybe this is a situation where you're feeling really unsatisfied in career and you're ready to make changes. Maybe you get a call out on Indeed, or somebody sees your profile on LinkedIn and they come out of nowhere, right? Remember, Uranus deals with the electrical interweb situation. So that may be an opportunity that comes through on an unexpected way. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, that's great. I'm just telling you right now. Just trust what your gut is telling you and not what your conscious mind is, right? That's the biggest thing out of this, is that it's showing you the power of your intuition over this conscious mind that gets overused, right? So just do that, especially now that Mercury is in retrograde. Trust what your gut is telling you. Me. Okay. Now, Capricorn, this is going to be happening in your 5th house. The 5th house is the house of children. So I tell you what, if you are a Capricorn looking to grow your family, expand your family, having Jupiter, the planet of luck and opportunity, going through your 5th house of children, that is a lucky time frame for 18 months for you to become pregnant, to adopt, whatever it may be. And having Uranus aligned with it, that means it's going to come through in an unexpected way. So if you've been trying, this is a very wonderful period that we're going into a gateway where you have that opportunity to make that happen. If you don't want to have a baby, be careful. I'm just saying, you know, you got Uranus aligning with it, is going to unexpectedly bring that little baby through. You know what I mean? So if we don't want that, you know, take steps necessary. But on another level, the 5th house is more than just children. It's the things that bring us happiness. It's standing in our light. It's standing in our power. I think this is a time frame where it shows you how wonderful you shine and how much work that you put in and how you need to be recognized as a result, right? To get the accolades, to get that appreciation. And maybe this is what this week is trying to bring through for you. 5th house deals with just getting out and having fun. Maybe you have an unexpected ability to get out and have some fun. Maybe do some gambling, you know. 5th house deals with that as well too. So just pay attention to what it is, because all it's trying to do, this really lucky break and opportunity is coming through just to bring you some happiness and joy, right? Absolutely. And for your kids too, right? You know. Okay, so Aquarius, the 4th house is where this is being impacted. This is the house of home and family. So if you are looking to expand your family, if you are looking to move, I tell you what, having this alignment is going to make it so that maybe your house sells for more than you think. Maybe you're going to sell your house quicker than you think. Maybe you're going to buy a house quicker than you think. Maybe these financial markets start to balance out so you can move forward in your plans for buying a new house, whatever it might be, or expanding, remodeling. Those things happen as well too. This is a time for reconnecting with family, recognizing those difficult patterns with family and how you want to move forward from that. So this is a really good one as well. Pisces, This is happening in your third house. This is the house of the conscious mind. This is where you recognize how your thoughts create your reality. Not just dreaming. You're ready to start putting conscious thought into being. You're ready to start making communications with people to get things done, right? Communications may come through rapidly and unexpectedly for you this week. Just follow what your Pisces instincts are telling you, and I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to go wrong, right? It's trusting what your gut is saying, but it's also acting on it, right? And making those communications and connections with people that can help you get it done. Right? Very powerful time for manifesting for you, but it's a powerful time for manifesting for all of us, right? Uranus wants us living our true, authentic lives. There is so much in the energy of this year with Pluto moving into Aquarius, pushing this change for major transformation on a personal level, all the way up on a global scale. And we are seeing it happen in so many ways. The old systems are falling away and the new are being formed. How do you want it to be formed for you, right? This is a week there it can propel it light years ahead if you are ready to make those changes. So put them out there into the universe. Trust yourself. Trust that every step of the way is going to be lit up and that you can course correct along the way, right? Our choices aren't finite. They aren't definite. We can make changes as we go. So trust yourself, trust the universe, and good things can come. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.